Hi everyone. We're gonna do some more not stories per se, but SCP articles for today's spooky scary story Saturday. And I thought we'd maybe make it a little more relaxing tonight. We're nice and cozy in a little reading nook here. And yeah, I don't have any particular SCPs planned out for today, but we're just going to kind of go through some of the top rated ones, see if we can find a few, I don't know, entertaining ones, I guess. But we'll just kind of play it by ear, and of course, if any of you have recommendations for an SCP you'd like to read the article for, we can totally take a look at those. But yeah, we'll just start with a random one. Oh, that reminds me, I almost forgot to bring our little guy onto the screen. Need to start him up. We can't very well have a stream without him now, can we? Let's see if we can get it to work. Oh. Hi, Derpy. Hold on. You don't seem to be showing up in my Streamlabs chat. Move that out of the way. And pull up this. That's really weird. Why aren't you showing up in... Let's try closing that and opening it up again. Could you try sending another message in chat, Derpy? Yeah, I don't know what's going on. I guess I'll just have to open up Twitch. The chat from Twitch instead of on Streamlabs. I've never had it do this before. Of course, it was arrogant of me to think I'd encountered all the kinds of scuff I could. Okay. So let's pull this out and we'll get a nice little pop-up chat here. Yes, Astral glitch indeed. Let me see. Where is the pop-out chat? Did I go to the wrong spot? Oh, there it is. Alright, here we are. Oh my gosh, I'm touching every screen but the one I need. Alright, and we'll just put that on top of the Streamlabs one because right now that's useless. I don't know if I want it doing the look at me. I want to control where your eyes are a little better. I think we're finally ready to go though. We'll get started with some SCPs and we might do, well, probably we'll do some more analog horror later tonight. Since we finished The Man in the Suit, I think we'll hop into The Oldest View this time. I heard some good things about it and it sounds interesting. So I mostly kept myself blind to it though, because I wanna be surprised when I see everything. Hello, Nate. It's good to see you. How are you doing today? Oh, Derpy, I didn't ask. How are you doing today also? How are both of you doing? Alrighty then. Haven't heard of it before? Yeah, I hadn't either, but it's available in that analog horror tape world. So hopefully it'll be good. But yeah, I didn't really read your first message. Perfect timing. Just made a sausage, egg, and cheese pancake sandwich. That sounds delicious. I don't know what I'm gonna have for dinner after stream. Probably something simple like, oh, that's kind of, can make it all blurry. Probably something simple like mac and cheese or something like that. Something I don't have to put too, or maybe a grilled cheese. I don't think I have any soup, but that would be really delicious. Oh no, it's, okay, I think I need to keep my head mostly in the center for it to stay focused. I have it on autofocus. Derpy, you're doing good. Your sister just came back from her tour of Europe and had a lot of tales and souvenirs to share. Oh, I bet that was a lot of fun. Yeah, it's always a blast to hear all the stories and, you know, see all the little knickknacks and stuff that people brought back with them. It's always a good time. Nate, you're doing well, taking your time off after the trip, not getting any commissions for a bit. That's good, yeah. You need to give yourself time to recuperate and recharge. Can't always be going. And that's kind of what I want to do today. I want it to be a nice chill stream. I'm actually in the cafe, so maybe we can make some drinks later. I'll make y'all a little bit of coffee or some lemonade or something. But yeah, let's start in on a story. Do any of you have suggestions for SCP articles you want to read? Because otherwise I'm just gonna go through just kind of some of the top rated SCPs right now. I think it says in the last, top rated from the last 30 days, because I don't know any off the top of my head. I remember a couple of you suggested some in the past, but I don't think I wrote them down. Or I did, but I forgot where I put them. What kind of SCP do you want to start with, like themes? Well, since it's Spooky Scary Stories Saturday, I figure we'll stick to some of the creepier ones, because I know some of them are pretty mellow and tame. But if you got any that are kind of spooky, we can go with those. I didn't really know what music to do. I didn't know if silence would be better. The Longing has kind of its cave atmosphere music, which is kind of nice and lends itself to a bit of a spooky atmosphere, but it's very quiet, so I don't know how much it actually shows up on stream. Does that bother you when it focuses on just the finger? I should play around with the focus and kind of figure out how to manipulate it, because I always kind of like it when it's all unfocused in the back. It makes it seem a little cozier to me. Nate, you only remember a few off the top of your head, like 1471 173 and 96. Need to check the articles real quick. Isn't 96 the one that if you don't look at it, it like comes to get you? The big concrete statue thing that they can't use the picture for anymore because I guess it was copyrighted or something. Is that the same one? I might be thinking of a different one. It's hard to think of an SCP that's both scary, interesting, and isn't very long. SCP-2316, the bodies. Ooh, that does sound interesting. Let's start with that one. We'll do SCP-2316. Wait, wasn't that... No, I was thinking of, in Monsters, Inc., it's 2319, right? Isn't that the code for when the monster has the sock on his back? I think that's what it was. Let me punch that in real quick. We'll go to the search here. 2316. Pull out my keyboard. Are you sure it's 2316? Because that one says field trip for me. Let me type in the bodies in the water. I'm not seeing anything called Bodies in the Water, Derpy. Was maybe the name of it? Oh yeah, it's also called Field Trip. Okay, perfect. We'll start with that one then. Let me go back to it. 2316. Ooh, 8 years ago. It's an older one. Well, relatively older anyway. Like this, the SCPs have been around for quite a while now. I think, and I'm really gonna show my age here, but I'm pretty sure I originally got into them when I was in college. And they only had like 200 or so. I don't think it was even, it definitely wasn't past 1,000. Is the automatic focus bothering you guys? Let me know if it does. I don't use it very often, so I'm kind of messing around with it, but you know, when it kind of messes up after that, maybe if I do semi-automatic. I don't know, that's a little better, I guess. I wish I could do a little more with the hands, or the fingers rather, in VR chat. You know what, let's just turn it off. That's a little less distracting. It doesn't have quite the same vibe to it, does it? But at least you don't have that constant shifting. Alright, let's go ahead and start our story. Oh, they've changed the formatting of it quite a bit. I don't know if I like this one as much as it used to be. It very much felt like just some some groups like, old computer data entry, I guess. Alright, let's move you a little closer down here so I can keep an eye on you while I read. There we go. Alright. So, we've got SCP-2316, Level 4, Secret. Containment Class, Keter. Disruption Class. I don't even know how to pronounce that. There weren't disruption classes last time I was looking at all this stuff, so I don't even know what that means. But it says Keneq, K-E-N-E-Q. Risk Class, Danger. So it sounds like this guy's pretty bad. Or thing. I don't know what it is. Cognitohazard Warning. The following file contains images and text that are carriers for anomalous cognitohazardous influences. You do not recognize the bodies in the water. Due to this, it is imperative that all personnel accessing this file be certified as having a cognitive resistance value of no less than 14.5. Should you fail an automated CRV verification, please remain calm and do not move. A member of your site's medical staff will be with you shortly. Please repeat the following phrase slowly and clearly into your terminal microphone. I do not recognize the bodies in the water. Derpy, would you like me to break it down for you? I said Keneq, right? Perfect. Yeah, I would definitely welcome a little bit of, I don't know if explanation's the right word, but context, I suppose. Because, yeah, I'm very behind the times, I guess. Right. So verification complete. All right. Special containment procedures. Under no circumstances are Foundation personnel to approach SCP-2316. Observation of 2316 must only be carried out by remote dummy probes utilizing video and audio recording equipment. Only those personnel adequately rated for exposure to cognitohazardous anomalies may review footage and audio of SCP-2316. Nate, you're just looking at which ones seem the creepiest. You don't know what classifies as short in SCP story. Honestly, I don't either. I'm very behind. Hi, Nuriakia? Is that right? Nuriakia? SCP stands for Secure, Contain, Protect. And there is a website full of a lot of articles about sometimes they're just unusual, sometimes they're kind of creepy, sometimes they're dangerous, sometimes they're very safe. But there are a lot of very unusual creatures and items that this fictional foundation decide to research. They never want to destroy, though. Well, I mean, there might be a few instances. There's a very large lore, but for the most part, they only want to contain and research. And so what we're doing today is we're reading some of those articles. Yeah, I am reading SCPs, Nuriakia. I'm just going to call you Nuri if that, well, or Kia. Kia might be nice if that's okay. Derpy, Containment is how hard it is for the Foundation to contain the SCP. Disruption is how much the SCP would break the veil, so to speak, if released. And risk class is how dangerous the SCP is to the general public. Thank you for breaking it down, Derpy. That's very helpful. That's fair, Kia. Okay, sounds good. Yeah, and I hope you enjoy this stream. I'm trying something a little different today. I don't usually stream in the ASMR category. So we're giving it a little bit of a try, seeing if we can do things a little more mellow today, because I really do enjoy going at kind of a slower pace, and I like playing with the camera a lot too. It's always very fun. Nate, you think you found one? SCP-439, the Bone Hive. That does sound very interesting. We'll do that one after 2316. Oh, thank you for joining, Alpha Koki. Oh my gosh, choking on my own saliva. Not cute. It's good to see you here. I hope you enjoy this stream, and I hope we see you in some future ones too. And I also hope you're having a wonderful day. It's a nice mellow Sunday, at least for me. I don't have to work tomorrow, so I'm in a pretty good mood. I hope some of you are in the same boat, or at the very least you enjoyed the weekend a lot. Give me just a moment to get a drink of water. Kia, you recommend SCP-5243 and 5756. I will definitely check those ones out. We gotta start keeping a list. Derpy, if you're gonna be around for the entire stream, do you wanna save a list of the recommendations for me? That way I can get around to them if we don't get to all of it today, because I am a very slow reader. What's my favorite SCP canon / series? I honestly don't know. It's been I was saying earlier actually, it has been a very, very long time since I read any of these articles. I was in college when I last... Oh my gosh. Yes, trying is the key word there, because I do get very easily distracted. It takes me forever to do much of anything. I enjoy talking with you all too much. So if you all start talking, I'm definitely going to be responding. That's why I really want to stream less for like playing games or any of that stuff. I want to interact with you all and provide you all with a nice little safe community where you can just be yourself. But yeah, I don't really remember many because it was so long ago. It was like only 200 SCPs when I originally got into it, and then I kind of didn't keep up with it, and now it's just exploded. Should look for the 2022 SCP anthology page. Good short creepy SCP there's. Yeah, over 8K. There's a ton. I can't believe how much it's taken off. It's crazy. But it's so great that people enjoy it so much. it's just kind of developed a life of its own. And that's honestly just so great. That's what I like to see. Sure, you'll be recording the SCP. Thank you very much, Derpy. I appreciate it, because goodness knows I'm gonna forget. For those of you who don't know, I do share a brain cell with my girlfriend, so she usually has it or we lose it. In any case, I am very frequently without, so you have to bear with me. But yeah, let's get back into the story a little bit. You wonder, have they made an SCP-01? Oh, was there not a SCP number 1? There's an ongoing SCP contest right now. Ooh, what kind of contest? That's really interesting. The highly controversial WrathCon? Oh, a -1. Interesting. That would be a very good idea, like some sort of primordial SCP. Well, Derpy, can you, thank you, Derpy. This is why I have you as my mod. You're so good. But yeah, an SCP -1 would be interesting. Like, maybe there was like a foundation before the SCP, and they were specifically researching a creature before all of these others, and then it kind of got forgotten, like the old foundation collapsed or something. Pattern Screamer. That one's SCP-0 or -1. I didn't catch if there actually is a -1 or not. What you said? SCP-0? Okay. And if y'all have any, I don't know if requests is the right word, but like, if you have any tips or advice for like what you want to see from visual ASMR type stuff, let me know, because I'm very much just winging it. I don't really know what I'm doing. I just like to play with the camera. And honestly, when I see people in VR chat, I go right in for the head pats and the face traces. I just like comforting people. It's a lot of fun. Kia, there's also an upcoming SCP event this October. Ooh, that'll be a lot of fun. Very popular too, I'm sure. Because, you know, October's gonna have all those Halloween people who want to find spooky stuff. The good old 2024 anthology. So what are these yearly anthologies? Is it a collection of all the SCPs from that year, or just kind of like the best of the best, the top rated? Hi Brayden, it's good to see you. Are you having a good day so far? You love visual ASMR, should definitely do that. Well, I'm doing the best I can anyway. But I'm admittedly very limited on what I have in my wheelhouse. Hopefully it's, you know, delightful enough. But, you know, I want to get better over time and explore some different things. I need to get better with the finger control, for one thing, because I do have index controllers, but it's still very hard for me to manage these. And I've seen some VR ASM artists who are just amazing at doing the visual stuff, like Enaro. She's wonderful. I love her ASMR. It's always so relaxing. But yeah, I'd like to, if I can give just a little bit of comfort to anyone, that's enough for me. Hi, Sludge Monster. It's good to see you. Are you having a good day so far? Hopefully you enjoyed the weekend. Oh, you just created a creepypasta OC. That's very cool. What kind of OC is it? Stories made for the entirety of... Oh, so the anthology is just stories from October? There's also a 2023 anthology hosted for both Wanderer's Library and Main Site. I did see an ad, or maybe not an ad, but a link to Wanderer's Library, and I don't really know what that is. Is it kind of the same sort of thing as SCP? Brayden, what do you mean manage them? Are you talking... I don't remember what I said. Did I say, like, manage my fingers? Was it that conversation? Anthology is a 31-day event wherein each day of October a horror SCP is posted. This is for the 2022 anthology. Sludge Monster, your OC is a dead coyote that had been run over. Its name is Roadkill Coyote. Ooh, okay. So what does this coyote do, Sludge? I'm very interested to hear. Anthology 2023 is a continuation of last year's SCP anthology, an event on the SCP Wiki headed by SD Locke, during which a roster of talented authors posted SCPs every day over the month of October. Yeah, no worries, Kia. It happens. We all have our typos. The index controllers, Brayden. So it's very just touch-based. Like if I, let me see. If I... Can you see my controllers here? Oh, well then I can't see. I'll have to show you. I'll point it out next time we actually show the controllers on screen. But it's kind of just a handle, and it's got a touch-sensitive pad on it, and so it can detect where each finger is. So if you touch like down here, it's going to think it's the pinky, and if you touch up here, it thinks it's the ring finger, or middle finger. So that's how it detects it, but it's not perfect, obviously. I would love to have some VR gloves. I think those would be great to have. It would get all those very precise finger movements, so you can get just the right touches. Dew on the grass, good morning. Good morning to you. You must be very far out east from me, because for me it is 4:36 p.m. or 16:36 if you prefer that. Aw, thank you for joining, Kia. I hope you like some of the other content that we do here. I would like to do a bit more ASMR focused stuff in the future, but we do a lot of horror things around here. We kind of have themed days, and usually on Sundays we'll do some creepy story narrations, like creepypastas and stuff. Today we're getting a little distracted, and it's kind of turning into more like a just chatting, but I'm okay with that. Like as long as everyone's entertained, that's all that really matters. Oh, do you know Nuria? I've just been calling them Kia. If you prefer Nuria, though, I'll go with Nuria. Anthology 2024 will be themed phobias. Ooh, that has a lot of potential in it. So Anthology 2023 was the first anthology then? They didn't oh wait, no, you said there was a 2022 one, right? Was that the first? Derpy the Wanderer's Library is an in-universe element that records every book that has, have, and will be written. The IRL site is basically to write in-universe paranormal literature, like poems and stuff. That sounds very cool. I'm always for expanding a universe in any sort of medium. That's one of my favorite things that the Marvel Universe did, although I don't exactly like all the stuff they did with it. By the end, I kind of wasn't that interested in Marvel, but I like that they made more people consider having these expanded universes because those are a lot of fun. Sludge Monster. It's basically just a decaying coyote that eats other dead animals and also attacks people on the side of the road. So it's very much just like a cryptid sort of OC, yeah? Cryptids are one of my favorites to read for creepypastas. I've always been fascinated with them. Even when I was just a wee little cricket, I loved like the Chupacabra, the Loch Ness Monster, all the big ones like that. Not so much Sasquatch, though. That one was always a little plain and boring. But even Bigfoot, I do like, especially in some really good movies about him. Is it named Roadkill? I think Sludge said it was called Roadkill Coyote. Brayden, you wonder if there are Index-esque VR gloves for Quest, since you don't want to buy controllers. And yeah, I don't know. I know there have been some VR gloves, but I don't know if they're a very good market price yet. Have you read any of Chris Straub's short horror stories? I'm pretty sure I have, but I don't remember what any of them are off the top of my head. If you name off some of the popular titles, I might be able to remember if I've read any of them. Most creepypastas, I don't remember if I've read them, honestly. Like, I'll remember bits and pieces from a lot of them, but I forget the titles and the authors a lot. Maybe because when I originally was getting into all of them, it was still very much a lot of anonymous things. You didn't see as many authors. Creepypastas have heavily turned from like playground spooky stories into just creepy novels on the internet. There's some really long ones out there. Aw. Nuria, you like the zombie dog? That's cute. The Stillwood King is excellent. I'll have to remember that one. We'll try to read it in a future Spooky Scary Story Sundays segment, because I'm always on the lookout for suggestions. But let's try to read a little more of this. I have not gotten very far. Oh my gosh, I'm so bad. All right. The lake in which SCP-2316 is located has been quarantined and fenced off, and is to be routinely patrolled by individuals who have not been exposed to SCP-2316 and have no prior knowledge of its characteristics. You do not recognize the body. Oh, we already did that part. Oh no, it's doing it again. Okay, it repeats this. That's clever. I'm picking up on it. Let's see, lost my place. You do not recognize the bodies in the water. Individuals who attempt to bypass the enforced quarantine must be apprehended and moved to Site 33 for a full cognitive influence screening. Individuals who come within 50 meters of the lake containing SCP-2316 are to be considered lost. Yeah, Nuria, I definitely know the name Chris Straub. I just don't remember any of the specific stories. I'm pretty sure I have read some stuff by them, though. Oh, wait, were they the one who did Candle Cove? I think that might be right. I could be very wrong, though. Yes, Candle Cove is my all-time favorite creepypasta. I love it so much. It was one of the first ones I read. Right. And now, please repeat the following phrase slowly and clearly into your terminal microphone. I do not recognize the bodies in the water. Processing complete. Results displayed below. Verification complete. User CRV is within acceptable limits. Let's move you over here a little bit. I just want to lean back. All right, we're finally to the description. Only 43 minutes after the start of stream, and we finally made it to our first description. I hope you all are enjoying it nonetheless. SCP-2316 is the designation for an anomalous phenomenon existing within Lake Redacted, within blank county, blank. SCP-2316 manifests as a group of human corpses floating in a small group at the surface of the water. The identities of these corpses are cognitohazard removed. Automated change unknown. Oh, I am leaning on completely the wrong side. Here. That's better. That way I am not getting in the way of chat. Though DNA testing has been inconclusive. While SCP-2316 appears to be individual instances, it is theorized that SCP-2316 may instead be an entity composed of a collective consciousness. Individual instances of SCP-2316 do not act on their own, but do seem to be able to act collectively as a single unit. The individual instances of SCP-2316 are unrecognizable, and you do not recognize the bodies in the water. SCP-2316 hosts a powerful cognitohazardous effect, causing those who have viewed SCP-2316 are aware of certain parts of its nature, or who were enrolled in the cognitohazard removed. Automated message invalid. To believe that the individual instances of 2316 are human beings they recognize, typically from their childhood. Attempting to come into contact with SCP-2316 instances by way of entering Lake Blank or touching an instance of 2316. Oh my gosh, I lost my place. There it is. Will cause other instances of SCP-2316 to appear. You do not recognize the bodies in the water. The additional instances only serve to reinforce and add to the strength of the cognito hazard, compelling affected individuals into the lake. Individuals who enter the lake this way are lost, and to date, none have been recovered. Addendum 2316.1. Interview. Data expunged. Please repeat the following phrase slowly and clearly into your terminal microphone. I do not recognize the bodies in the water. Run adjusted tonal variants. Processing complete. Results displayed below. Verification incomplete. User CRV is not within acceptable limits. User CRV influenced by active cognito hazards. Please stay still. A member of your site's medical staff will be with you shortly. Terminal lockout. Addendum 2316.2. Invalid entry. I really liked that one. That was a good recommendation, Derpy. There's a button on the site below. Oh, to show the interview? I'm not seeing it. Where do you go for the button, Derpy? Oh, do you just click the little 6? Oh my gosh, I see it. Yeah, I clicked the little footnote. They don't want to show you, but I will. Below. Click to scroll to footnotes. It's not taking me down there, though. Oh, maybe it's an ad blocker that's causing it. Let me see. Let me turn that off real quick. Nope. Yeah, it's not showing up for me. Maybe I'm just like not clicking the right things. Reload tab, maybe. Yeah, I'm sorry, Derpy. I can't seem to get it to scroll to the interview at all. I don't see where it's going. It's a button. Yeah, I'm clicking. Like, I clicked the 6, and then I clicked the footnote. And then it doesn't do anything. It just kind of sits there. Doesn't work for you either, so it might just not work. Open the source instead. View page source. You read an article on an app called SCP Reader. There's a button on the app, but not on... Oh, okay, so it doesn't work on the website then? That's too bad. Yeah, because I can't I can't get anything to happen. Got it. The button is right below the data part of data expunged. Oh, it's invisible. Oh my gosh. Good find, Derpy. Got real sharp eyes. What would I do without you? Alright. You need to see this. They were your friends. Error. Unrecognized user. Please log in to view corrupted. Verification. User is within acceptable. Let me show you their faces. Begin log. Love you a classic. Class of 76 skip. Dr. Harrison. Did you ever feel compelled to enter the water, like something was pulling you in? Blank. What? No, of course not. There's nothing wrong with them. They didn't drag me in. I saw them in the water and went in myself. I needed to see them. I wanted to hear what they were saying. They're my friends. Dr. Harrison. When you entered the water, what did you see? Blank. Faces. My friends. Faces I recognized. Some I don't. Or some I didn't. But they became more familiar as I saw them. I'd known them my whole life, but there was something wrong with them. Oh, and that line, there was something wrong with them, has a link to it, and it leads to a class photo album sort of thing, where it shows a bunch of different people. Okay, let's go back. Oh, there we go. Wrong with them, Dr. Harrison says. Blank. Like the face of someone you see in a dream, where you can't remember it right. There's something wrong, and the way they were speaking, Dr. Harrison. Speaking? No, that's impossible. They're simply not. Blank. Not moving their mouths. But I could hear them asking for help. They told me who they were. They told me you knew who they were. That you... Dr. Harrison. Enough of that. You're clearly succumbing to the cognito hazard. We need to get you medical attention, Agent. If you would... Blank. Get your hands off me. I know all their names, Harrison. I heard them speaking. To me. Every single one. All it takes is one person to see them and tell people, and they'll know that what you've been trying to hide. Kirk Lonwood High School, class of... Dr. Harrison. Subdue them. Get them out of here. Take them to amnestics and turn that goddamn recorder off. End log. Random can of beans, welcome. It's good to see you here. I hope you're enjoying the stream so far. I kind of love your name. I've always wanted a random can of beans to follow me. It's been a lifelong dream of mine. I can happily quit Twitch now. But I hope you've had a good weekend so far, and I hope you're enjoying the stories. Thank you. No, don't worry, Random. I will be here a while. Yeah, I'll click on Kirk in just a second. Let me just catch up a little on chat. I missed a few messages. Derpy, sorry, the button is a lot more obvious in the app. Didn't realize it was completely invisible on the site. Oh, no worries. Like, there was no way you could have known before you were actually on the site. Does the app parse format skip? I don't know what that means, Nuria. I'm not very computer literate. It's amazing I'm able to stream in VR. That alone is a miracle. Nate, oh, are we getting into a rabbit hole? We might be. This might have a lot of different connections in the SCP world, but I do very much love this story. It is right up my alley. Click on Kirk Long. Yeah, let's click on that real quick. Oh, that is... yeah, Kirk Lonwood High School is a completely different SCP in itself. And it sounds like the bodies in the water are of a certain class from that high school. Oh, thank you, can of beans. I will drink that water right away. Always good to stay hydrated. All of you, make sure you take a drink of water too if you need it. Yes, thank you for that, can of beans. I really needed that. I do get a little wrapped up and forget to drink some water sometimes. Beans, your weekend's been good? Yeah, my weekend has been pretty alright too. I worked this morning, but, now I'm here. Get to just hang out with all of you, read some SCPs. So, I also have tomorrow off, so that does make things a little better. SCP-8833 is 1976. Is SCP-8833 the specific class? Because 1833 is the high school. Derpy. That SCP is the start of author DJ Caddis' string of SCPs that tell the story of Kirk Lonwood. Yeah, I think we are delving into the rabbit hole, Nate. I do want to read this SCP that we got linked to, so I think we're going to do that next. Beans, that's good. At least another day free. Yeah, for real. I have a kind of consistent schedule, but it's not a 9 to 5 schedule, so it can be kind of wonky sometimes. Nuria, it was supposed to be a full rewrite, but the rewrite team denied his request, so it's just posted as SCP-8833. It's also linked. Think it's the yearbook? Okay, did that have a story attached to it, or was it just the pictures? Because I only saw the pictures. Nuria, there's also SCP-7676, which is like a culmination of the Class of 76 storyline. Gosh, Nuria, you know so much. You're like our resident SCP expert. Hi, Chome. It's good to see you. I haven't seen you for a while. I'll have to catch you in VR sometime soon. Derpy, you've never actually followed the string, so you thought it would be cool to see where it ends. Yeah, if we make it, we'll see. We're already an hour in. I don't think we're going to make it to our analog horror today. I think we're just going to stick with the SCPs probably, depending on how much further we go with this. But yeah, I definitely want to ride this out too. I'm very interested. All right, let's start reading SCP-1833. Or did I? Yeah, let's do that. All right. Or, So should I go to SCP-8833 instead of 1833? Is it basically the same thing, just intended as a rewrite, or should I still read 1833? Or does it matter? Is it essentially the same thing? I like the little scritchy motions. Those are always very fun for me. Although it does seem kind of weird. It's like I'm just like clawing at your face. I find it very relaxing regardless, though. The motions, I mean, not clawing at your face. That's not particularly relaxing for me. Oh, posture check. Thank you, Can of Beans. I do need to work on my posture, just like in general. It kind of goes back. Okay, random tangent, because that's what I like to do. I've always been a lot taller than I wanted to be. But like, also, you know, I used to be much more introverted than I am now. And so like anytime in an auditorium or something where I had to sit in front of people, or even just a classroom, I was so self-conscious about people not being able to see past me that I always like slouched down and tried to make myself smaller. And that wasn't, completely what helped give me not the greatest posture, but it did certainly influence it. Now I'm paying for it. I should have just sat up straight. Dew on the grass. Yeah, that's so Nuria, should I just read 8833 instead of read 1833? Okay, I'll just read that one then. Nate, you remember once you were asked to write a rap verse dissing a very crappy mascot horror character, and you just found an old doc which had the sketch. It's random, but just funny to me that this is what you find during this stream. Yeah, it's funny, those little just coincidences and things that trigger random memories for us. Clawing at our faces wouldn't be that good. Yeah, might not be ideal. Unless you're into that kind of thing, I guess, which, maybe some people are. Derpy, every time you say Nuria, you keep hearing Maria and thinking she showed up. Yeah, they do sound rather similar, don't they? At least the way I say them. Can of Beans, random tangents are always fun. No pain for you. Yeah. Duly noted, I'll remember. And you will find lots of tangents on this channel. I get very easily distracted. 8833 was supposed to replace 1833, but the rewrite team decided it wasn't an appropriate rewrite, so it just got added as an addition then, Nuria. Getting flashbacks from the colony arc. Okay, I'm gonna hop into this SCP, and I'll pop in and pay attention to chat every once in a while. I don't like to get too far behind if I can help it. Okay, this is the format I remember. Item SCP-1833. Object class safe. Special containment procedures. SCP-1833 is to be contained in a standard containment locker located in Site-77's Safe SCP wing. No personnel other than the Class D personnel are authorized to handle SCP-1833. Description: SCP-1833 is a copy of the 1976 edition Blank high school yearbook. Its appearance is consistent with other copies of the book and appears to have normal wear for an object of its age. The yearbook is entitled Reflections of 76, and we can actually click on that. Oh, that's like it looks like a whole story that it connects to, maybe. We'll save that for later or another time. You'll be right back? All right. Derpy, if you forgot, Class D are death row criminals that the Foundation uses as lab rats to test SCPs. Yeah, I do remember the Class Ds. Gives even more stuff. Yeah, this is a very deep rabbit hole, it seems, Nate. It is hardcover and contains exactly 50 pages. The book is divided into 5 sections, a collection of student photographs, photographs from around the school year, club photos, photos from athletic events, and an autograph section. When SCP-1833 is read by any person who has graduated from high school, the object's anomalous effect will initiate. The individual, hereafter referred to as the subject, who reads SCP-1833 will perceive it as their own high school yearbook, containing messages left by persons with whom they associated socially during their high school years. Initially, these photographs and messages will be positive, with encouraging comments written in the book's margins, often mentioning events which invoke positive feelings in the subject. However, after approximately 10 pages are read, the messages will begin to become more negative in tone. Initially, they will recount events that occurred during high school for which the subject feels embarrassment or remorse. They will then begin to mention events from the subject's life that occurred after completing high school and will make a personal attack on the subject. In addition, the photographs depicted in the book will become more negative, with the persons depicted in the photographs often appearing to be heavily deformed. After an indeterminate number of pages have been read, ranging from 20 to 30 pages, photographs of the subject will begin to appear in the book. Initially, these photographs will depict embarrassing events that occurred during the subject's time in high school. However, as the subject progresses through the book, the photos will become more disturbing, with photographs of the subject committing crimes, being mutilated, and being harmed by other persons depicted in SCP-1833, being the most commonly reported images. All right, let's catch up a little. Okay, we're good on chat. Examples of images depicted in SCP-1833. Page 3. Beginning of SCP-1833's content. Several students, including the subject, are depicted in candid photographs taken during the school year. All persons depicted in the photographs appear smiling, and the subject is pictured socializing with a large group of attractive students. Page 10. Subject appears to be giving a presentation in class. The topic of this presentation varies between subjects, but students observing Appear engaged and interested. Page 16. First instance of negative imagery. The subject appears to be spilling a lunch tray onto several other students. Page 20. A subject appears in a goalie uniform, lying in the grass as the opposing team scores a goal. A marching band is visible in the background. And we can click on marching band. Let's see where that... Oh my gosh! The marching band is another SCP. We will read that one next. Let's go back. Page 29. First instance of violent imagery. Subject appears to be in a nurse's office with several abrasion wounds on the face and neck. Page 36. Subject appears in a music club photograph. Is that one another SCP? Ooh. Yep, there's another SCP. We'll read the marching band first, though. My gosh, this really is such a rabbit hole to dive down. You chose a good one today, Derpy. Can of Beans, you're back. Welcome back. Just said hi to some... Aw, that's nice of you. I'm glad you got to see your friends. Nate, check the I'm sure we'll see each other soon enough link first. Connect some dots. Okay, I'll go back to that one. Was that one higher up? Oh wait, was that on the previous one, Nate? The bodies in the water? Derpy, so it's another SCP that deals with rewriting memories. Seems to be. Syncope Symphony moment. Ooh, what is that, Nuria? It's at the bottom of the current page. Oh, okay. Yeah, we'll definitely click on it, Nate. Okay, so page 36. Subject appears in a music club photograph. However, the other club members have congregated to the far side of the photo and appear to be jeering and throwing things at the subject. Page 39. The subject appears to be sleeping in its bedroom and is surrounded by other persons depicted in the yearbook. These persons have grossly mutilated facial features and are looking directly at the viewer. Back cover. Handwritten message saying, "We've had a great year, haven't we? Don't worry about waiting for the reunion. I'm sure we'll see each other soon enough. Lots of love from all your best friends." So let's see where that leads us. Oh, that leads to the bodies in the water. Oh my gosh. That's very good. All right. So let's read the marching band one next. I don't remember what the number was. We'll see. All right. I probably need to move chat to the other side of the screen for my VR ones because I always lean to this side. It's not very good. It's so crowded over on this side of the screen. Let's see. SCP-4833. Oh, is that what the symphony is? Guess they don't like being watched. Or they do like being watched. Seems like they like to have company very much. Derpy, stretch? Alright, let's do a stretch. You all stretch too if you've been sitting for a long time. Alright. Oh my gosh. The stretches always feel so good. Roll that neck around. Oh my gosh. You can hear all my bones cracking. I'm such an old lady. Oh my gosh. Ooh, that was a good one. Thank you, Derpy. And I think I'm actually gonna take another drink of water while I'm thinking about it. Beans, seeing people standing over someone as they sleep is so creepy to you. Yeah, it is a very creepy image, and it's one I love. Like, anytime it does something like that in a horror movie or something, oh my gosh, I just threw my water bottle lid. It always gives me the heebie-jeebies. All right. Oh my gosh, where'd it go? Oh, there it is. Nate, the sheer number of how many others are connected to the marching band is insane. Oh no, we're never gonna be out of this. We'll probably have to read some more next Sunday. Nuria, it's simply class of 76. 4833 is. Alright, let's read the marching band one, SCP 332, a very early one. It's impressive. Beans, stream that carries on for a week. Let's go. Oh my gosh, I think I would die. That would be something. I have thought about the possibility of a 24-hour stream someday, though. Maybe for a special event or something, because that would be quite an undertaking for me. I don't know if I could do a 24-hour event, but maybe for a very special event, I'll give it a shot. I'm leaving it open at the very least, but I definitely think I need to be a much bigger streamer before I decide to do something like that, because otherwise I'll probably have a lot of dead air time. Nuria, read the longest single SCP in the main site. Do you know which one that is, Nuria? SCP-6500. Is it a good one, do you know? If it's like super long, I would hope it's at least a good one. Oh, I should have you guys closer to where I'm reading chat so I'm not just looking away from you all the time. Like 4976, 1423, and 5682. Those are all connected to the marching band? Derpy, you'd have to give you like a week's notice in advance so you can prepare yourself for something like that. Yeah, that's another good point, though. I definitely should have more mods than I currently have if I'm gonna go for a 24-hour stream someday. But also, check the bottom. This article has been updated. Ooh, okay. I wonder how different it is from the original. Nuria, that really long one is good. That's good to know. Oh, it's a collab by 7 authors? That's really cool. I like seeing collabs. Collabs are always pretty fun. Hi, Mew. It's good to see you. Like, even if I didn't see the name, I just have to see that tentacle with the... I don't even know what the other one is. The little Twitch girl emote or whatever. I just need to see the tentacle, really, and I know it's you. Oh, we've just been reading, oh, yeah. Derpy suggested one of the SCPs. I decided we were going to read some SCPs today, and the one Derpy suggested has led us down a pretty big rabbit hole that we're still working on and probably will be next week as well. 6500 has a ton of lore in it. Ooh, I bet are the 7 authors all pretty big in the community? I would expect so. Beans, it's your bedtime. Can stay on for one more. I don't know. You say that, but I can go a long time with one story, but I'll try to get it done quick for you. But yeah, if you have to go to bed sooner though, don't stay up too late. You need to get your rest. I say having a very poor sleep schedule myself. But even if I do, that doesn't mean you can. You have to stay healthy and safe. All right, let's get started on this one. Bring you down here so I can see you a little better while I read. Kind of sucks I can't overlap the camera with my screen very well because the camera disappears. All right, SCP-332, Object Class Safe, Special Containment Procedures. Kirk Lonwood High School has been declared condemned. SCP-332 therefore requires no containment other than a standard security patrol. Between January and August. Contains no containment or requires no containment between January and August other than a standard security patrol. I read that one a little weird. Between the months of September and December, SCP-332 is to be accompanied at all times by an armed escort who are to play ambient noise recordings at high volumes next to SCP-332. Ambient noise is to be plausible for the surroundings. Typical soundscapes include construction, weather, or traffic. Crosslinks moment. Then with the updated article, it's linked to others. Oh my gosh, this really is full of content. Derpy, you say. Oh, what did I say? What did I say that triggered you to say that? Oh, about the sleep. Yeah. Do as I say, not as I do. Streamers are not good idols. Okay, description. SCP-332 is the Kirk Lonwood High School marching band of the fall 1975 season. The band is composed of 30 members, which are designated as SCP-332-1 through 30. All members of SCP-332 were formerly enrolled as seniors at Kirk Lonwood High School and expected to graduate in spring 1976. All uniforms and instruments of SCP-332 instances are labeled as belonging to, is it syncope or syncope? I don't know. Syncope sounds better, but I don't think it's right. Syncope, maybe? I don't know. Syncope Symphony. We'll go with that until shown otherwise. The majority of the time, it was the second one, Syncope. Okay, thank you guys. Where was I? Oh, there we are. The majority of the time, SCP-332 instances are stationary inside of the Kirk Lonwood High School band room. During these periods, they are positioned as if they are holding an animated discussion. No Foundation efforts have been successful in provoking any kind of reaction from a stationary instance, and they do not seem to have any functioning biological systems. No damage, wear, or movement has successfully been imposed upon SCP-332. SCP-332 activates according to the Kirk Lonwood High School home game football schedule. This entails an activation at roughly 7 p.m. local time on 1 or 2 days per week. Between the months September and December, and there's a little footnote there, the schedule. Oh my gosh, there is so much to look at with this stuff. The footnote says, weeks with a single activation indicate that an away game would be played by the football team. Oh no, I totally just moved my screen. Okay, pull it back up. I have the scuff tag on my streams for a reason. It's never a smooth stream. There we go. Oh. Good night, Beans. Oh, thank you. I hope you have a wonderful rest of, not rest of your day. I hope you have a wonderful sleep, and I hope you have a wonderful day tomorrow. And I hope to see you back here again sometime. Of course, no pressure, though. You never have to feel obligated to tune into the stream, just whenever you feel like it. But at any rate, good night. It was nice to meet you. Aw, well, thank you, Beans. I'm glad you enjoyed it enough to want to come back. Alright, let me get back to where I was. I got so off course. Oh, there we are. During this time, SCP-332 will resume their conversation. After 30 minutes, they will proceed to the field and perform. They will head back to the band room and begin their conversation. After this, they will head back to the band room and begin their conversation from earlier, freezing in the middle. SCP-332 was initially discovered on December 12th, 1975, shortly following the last scheduled marching band performance of the season. According to witness reports, SCP-332 took the field during the final game of the season and performed as initially intended. While the songs played were not as initially scheduled, they were not so abnormal as to draw particular notice. All had been previously played by SCP-332 during the preceding 4 months. However, following the end of the game, it was discovered that the 30 members of SCP-332 were missing rather than having changed out of their uniforms and reconnected with friends and family at the game as expected. SCP-332 had seemingly vanished. They were found 45 minutes after the end of the game, unmoving and not responding to stimuli in the Kirk Lonwood music room. This caused widespread and publicized panic, which in turn alerted the Foundation to possible anomalous activity. In the process of fabricating cover story, further complicated by the discovery of additional anomalies associated with Kirk Lonwood High School. Oh my gosh, there are so many links there. We're never going to be done, and I don't know what the best order to read them in is. It does seem like it doesn't necessarily have just a single order to read them in, though. It seems like you can mostly read them in any order you feel like, and it will still make sense. Foundation investigators discovered that most members of SCP-332 had expressed anxieties. Moving you over to this side. Had expressed anxieties or concerns about the future. No instances expressed optimism towards the future. The individuals not known to have expressed concerns were those for whom the Foundation was unable to form a psychological profile for any kind. Of any kind. It is assumed they had such fears but did not express them to others. 3 excerpts of psychological profiles have been included below to give a better depiction of the mental state of SCP-332. These have been chosen for their clarity, direct discussion of relevant ideas, and diversity of type. Remember, we still have the music club photograph link in SCP-1833. All this is just one divot, a single branch of the tree of lore. It really is, and I'm honestly loving it. I definitely want to read more of this. If it feels like too much, you could always break it up into chunks. So whenever we do an SCP stream, we can do a couple non-Kirk SCP and then a couple of Kirk SCP. Oh, grabbing 2 screens at once. Yeah, I think that's probably a good idea, Derpy. Although I think this entire stream is going to be entirely dedicated to Kirk Lonwood. Because we only have like half an hour left before we wrap up for the night. But yeah, we might have to do regular SCP streams on here for a while. We'll kind of do them off and on. For non-Kirk SCPs, we should read... oh no, the troll face concerns me, Nuria. Had no idea how big the Kirk story was. Thought it was like 5 SCP. Yeah, little did we know, right? But it's going to be a nice activity for us. I'm always happy to find some things that we can just hop into every now and then. Oh wow, there's like over a dozen, Nuria. That's crazy. Nate, you're tempted to put the scrap of a verse you made for the rap thing here. If y'all want to see it. Yeah, I'm always happy to see what you've done, Nate. All right, let's get into some of these interviews. Interview between Operative Blackwire of Mobile Task Force Zeta 2 and Deirdre Mackenzie, an art teacher at Kirk Lonwood High School, concerning a student of hers, Sadie Freeman, SCP 332-4. Oh my gosh, Nate, there's actually 55 articles related to it. Oh, sorry, Nuria. That is so crazy. I love it. Like, I admire huge world building like this. This person had like one idea and they're like, I'm gonna make it as good as I can. I really admire that. Or not so much they had one idea, they had a lot of ideas. That was kind of the problem, but they wanted them all to be connected. Blackwire, thank you for taking the time to speak with me. I know you're up to your ears in federal agents these days, but I just wanted to ask you a few questions about one, Sadie Freeman. She would have been in your second period painting class. Mackenzie. Oh, yes. Sadie was one of my best students here. It's a shame what happened to her. It's not a single person, though. Just, oh, okay, it's not just one person doing the class of 76. Okay, that makes sense. But I do love the collaborative efforts nonetheless. Nate, you'll put it in soon. It's nothing crazy, but you think I'll enjoy it. Yeah, I look forward to it. Post it whenever you want. Such is the nature of a collaborative writing site. Yeah, I actually wrote an unofficial one back in college. It's not very great. I did try to look for it again so I could show you guys, but it was originally on like my DeviantArt page, and it doesn't look like it's there anymore. So I guess, or it's there, but it wasn't in a format that I could read. So I don't know. Maybe one day I'll look into it a little more. Oh, I'm sorry to remind you of that, ma'am, Blackwire says. I'm actually here to talk about some of her class history with you and what that was like. Of course, Mackenzie says. You need to speak with me specifically for some reason. Blackwire. She loved your class, didn't she? Mackenzie. Adored it. Blackwire. She ever talk about the future? About art and your class, I mean. Mackenzie. All the time. She always told me that she wished she could use her skills here in life. But she was going to school as a business major. That was what her parents wanted for her. And I guess she didn't have much say in it. She knew where she was going already, Blackwire says. Mackenzie. Oh no. But all the schools she had applied to were for business, not art. Wharton, not RISD. Or I guess they say RISD. I think I've heard that before. Father's decision. Blackwire. That's quite unfortunate, but she wanted to pursue art as a career path. Mackenzie. I don't know if calling it as a career path is the right idea. She wanted to do art as, how did she put it? Forever. Or maybe sometimes it was, I wish I never had to do anything else. Blackwire. Which a reasonable person might mean as a job. Mackenzie. But I always just got the sense she was daydreaming. Blackwire. which doesn't require you to be reasonable, per se. Mackenzie, right. Blackwire. So we've got a girl who really wants to make art and never do anything else, not even, apparently, a job, since she didn't want to be a business major. Mackenzie. Do you guys like it when I say each of the names? It gets a little repetitive, but I want to make sure you know who's talking. If it bothers you, we can stop doing that. Hopefully the tone is kind of apparent either way, but just let me know. You could switch to their initials. That's fair. B and M. Okay, we'll do that. M. Well, keep in mind she was a teenager, only 17. B. Right, fair. Say, did she specify the kind of art all that often? M. No, I don't think she did. She clearly had ambitions outside of painting in my class. She really loved marching band too. Always talked about that, always in the same breath as my class. B. So she'd be just as happy playing a tune forever as she would be painting forever. M. Yes, I think that's right. B. Interesting. M. Wait, isn't that... That can't be real, is it? But then, where else would she be? B. Keep taking your pills, ma'am. These ones marked with the G. And if we click on the G... Oh wow, that's like a... It's like a big old page of some fancy looking procedure type stuff. Nate, just a funny thing to save some time delving for it. The G just stands for gaslight. Yeah, that's kind of the gist I was getting. Alright, let's go back to the marching band. Blackwire. G stands for good, right? I'll get out of your hair now. Right, and we have next an interview group discussion led by Operative Blackwire and 3 surviving students of Kirk Lonwood High School concerning Stephen Farrago. SCP 332-10, a tubaist. Conversation conducted while survivors were playing basketball in Johnny Gillespie's driveway. Blackwire. Hey, I'm going to need to take a moment of your time, you 3. Donaldson. How come? B. You know this kid? Gillespie. Yeah. So what? B. We're investigating him. Need to know what he was up to, what he was thinking in the moments before things went off. D. You don't think he had anything to do with it? B. Want to help rule him out? G. Sure, hit us. And I'm not sure how to pronounce this one. Nafpliotis? He was really unsure about what college he wanted to go to. He'd submitted all his applications, but was expecting them all to be acceptances. G. My man was smart. B. He was sure they'd all be acceptances. N. Enough. D. he'd have options. B, but he didn't have a ranked list of favorites. And according to him, they all had extreme ups and downs, and he weighed those ups and downs different on any given day. B, like what? And D, this school is too close, this one too expensive, this one doesn't have the majors and minors he needs. Better job opportunities over there. Better social life over there. B, interesting. And how did he feel about the present? N, he was happy where he was. On track to be valedictorian, student body class officer, great girlfriend, everything. G, if we're really honest, he was kinda lining himself up to be a peaked in high school type of guy. B, right, I'm familiar with the type. And I'm sure you are, old timer. B, alright, did the marching band play into things at all? He was happy with his position there? G, oh yeah, never shut up about it. B, he planning to do it beyond the end of the season? D, he'd join the band in college, wherever he was. Whatever he was doing, that was always in the cards. He'd be in the marching band. G, if he had it his way, until the day he died. B, informative. Now, I'm sorry to have been a pain, but this is really helpful. You boys have a nice day. I'm sure I'll see you around again if I have any follow-up questions. These interviews are a little bit of a slog, if I'm being honest. They're interesting, but they don't lend themselves well for narration. Nate, you're just shock horror for some worried miners. I'll compost your shitpost as fertilizer. You ripped off the cove, yet you can't hold a candle. Your white van's less scary than damn Daniel. You're so obscure, this lost soul's plot just drones on the most lame no-name John Doe fraud on Roblox. Your roots are embedded in your meaningless gore. It seems this apple's rotten to the core. I do like that, Nate. That was very good. Derpy. So the marching band froze themselves as statues so that they would always be at the peak of their lives. Well, I don't think we can say for sure that they froze themselves yet. It could have been something else offering them that, or I don't know, just some crazy event to where they never consciously chose it or wished for it, but just something in the world reacted, and that's what happened. All right, and here's the final entry of a journal recovered from the house of Nathan Blaston, SCP 332-30, a member of the percussion section of SCP 332. Based on contextual clues, the following journal entry was written on December 10th, 1975. And this is going to be the last thing in this entry. After that, we'll only have a few minutes left, so we'll use those last minutes to just kind of hang out, chat, and just chill a little bit. All right. I can't do it. I can't let myself wither and let the rot into my bones and into my heart. It can't know me in that way. I won't let it happen. Rot is close, closer every day. creeping and creeping around every corner almost here. Nothing worse in the world. Never grow older or change into something worse. And worse is crossed out and it just says, fuck. There's also numbers above each of the words, which I'm not sure what that's all about. And then we have a lot of no's. I'm not going to read all of them, but it's like 4 lines worth of repeated no's. I'm drowning out here and nobody cares. Crossed out. I need to change. I can't change. I'll never change. I don't want to change. I want to be who I am. I can't be anything other than what I am, and that scares. Crossed out. Excites me. I can't wait forever and ever and ever. The ever is cut off at the end. Dream last night of us playing in the marching band, and the fog was there, and the world was quiet, and I can't remember anything else. Oh, and there's a definition for syncope here. A temporary loss of blood to an organ, often used with reference to the brain, in which case it presents as fainting and used as a metonymy for the state of falling unconscious. I think I'd rather die than grow old. Oh, and that was part of the journal entry as well. I didn't realize that. Nate, this was just what you made a year or 2 ago. You saw you put a Candle Cove reference in there and thought you should share. Yeah, I definitely liked the little references you had in there. Well, that's gonna do it for our SCPs tonight. We'll take a few minutes to just wind down, say goodbye. Oh yeah, we didn't check on our little guy like at all today. I've just been having him reading some more. Oh wow, he made some progress with Moby Dick, didn't he? He was on like 189 when he started and tonight, and now he's on page 323. So I hope time is going really fast for him. Oh no, I lost the stream. Where'd it go? There it is. Derpy, you totally forgot about him. Was doing the dishes the whole time. Yeah, that's honestly, it was very easy to forget about him today. We were very focused on our rabbit hole, although he has been making a little page turning sound periodically, which I don't know if it's loud enough for you guys to hear, but it's kind of kept him mostly in the front of my mind. I haven't been able to forget he's there. Nate, so this is like a pet sim thing for him, like a Tamagotchi. That's kind of how I'm approaching it. Like, oh yeah, Nate, you weren't here when we introduced him. So basically the gist of this is we have this little guy. Here, I'll move you there so I can get to the game. Oh, where do I have the game actually? Here we are. So we have this little guy, right? And he is waiting for why isn't it showing the... There it is, the mouse. The mouse isn't showing up on there. That's kind of weird. Maybe it's because... Let's see, I've got a screen back here. It might be because it's... Okay, yeah. So this timer up here, that's how much time our little guy has to kill before his king wakes up. And we can have him do all sorts of different things. Like he can go over to this instrument and play some music, but only because we found the only because we found all the pieces of it. Oh, Derpy, hydrate. Has it really been 11 days since you... No, it has not, Scarlet. Welcome in, by the way. I hope you had a good day. So, we've actually... Yeah, exactly what Derpy said. We've been able to speed up time. Oh my gosh, I dropped my water. It's fine there. We're able to speed up time with certain activities. So like when he's reading a book, for example, time goes by faster. And I've had him reading a book pretty much the whole time we've been looking at our SCPs today. Time moves double the speed. I didn't pay attention, but I trust you if you think it's double, Nate. Scarlet, you enjoyed some Zenless Zone Zero and aimlessly wandering in VR chat? Oh, that doesn't sound like too bad a day. Sometimes it's nice to just world hop a little bit. Enjoyed some... Oh. Nuria, time manipulation. Yeah, I suppose so. But it's part of the gameplay, so we're okay with it. Oh, and we got him some running water here. We can have him draw a picture. And I do have a channel point reward where you can tell him to do any of these things if you want. We can also have him like walk to a random location. We've actually found some interesting places that way. But let's see. Let's have him draw... Oh, we already have a friend. Let's have him draw himself. We'll just do it in black though, so it matches him. But yeah, it's kind of our little Tamagotchi, at least for a while. I figured it'd be fun to let us all kind of take care of him, decide what he does. I've got some other like stream activity ideas too, but he's kind of the one I've been focusing on recently. See? So now we've got... Oh, didn't want to move the spider. We'll keep him right there. Oh my gosh. It's very hard to control this in VR. It's much easier with a mouse. But we're gonna sit him back in his chair because we're about to wrap things up here. So we're just we'll have him continue reading Moby Dick. But let's get back. Come on. Are you gonna show up? We might just have to exit out of that. There we are. So we closed the longing, but that's okay. We'll just say a little goodbye, about as quick as it ever gets with me. I had a lot of fun reading these SCPs with you all tonight. I hope you all enjoyed them as well. Nuria, subverting common practices. I bet there's a ton of different like fake abbreviation meanings. I'm kind of curious how many people have come up with. But yeah, I'll have to stream in the ASMR category more often as well, because I got to see some new faces today, and that was really nice. Derpy, yeah, this was a good idea. Thanks, me. Yeah, thank you very much, Derpy. It was a great suggestion. Honestly, I think the very first one we read was my favorite, though. I liked the bodies in the water a lot. But that's gonna do it for today. We are pretty much right at 2 hours for our stream. So you all have a wonderful night or morning, wherever it is for you. Oh, Scarlet, you might get some people showing up annoyed you aren't doing what they consider ASMR. Yeah, that's true. That can happen in a lot of different areas though. But, I kind of think some soft reading with some visual calming motions, I think that qualifies as ASMR. At least if I go to ASMR and I see someone doing that stuff, I'm very happy to watch. But you're definitely right, Scarlet. Some people may not like it. Also, don't have your cookbook on you, so you haven't found. Oh, that's okay. Where is how'd you lose it, Nate? And if you guys do think of any visual triggers that you'd like to see me try, I'm always welcome to hear. I do need a bit more practice with them. Oh no, you think you misplaced it before you left to New York? Well, I hope you find it really soon. That cookbook is a treasure for sure. Alright, we're not going to delay this goodbye any longer like I always do. I love y'all. It's always fun hanging out with you. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day. I hope tomorrow's just as good, if not better. And I hope to see you again, too. Be good to each other. Hug. And goodbye.